everyone, it's Dee from Golden Nest Studio. How are you? I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to share with you today a recipe cookbook journal that I've created. You can find it at in my store at Golden Nest Studio. I'll put the link below on Etsy. And I wanted to share this with you. I had so much fun and I got a lot of feedback from the cookbook binder that I did with my mother and my grandmother, and I can also put those links below so you can follow them. I did like episodes, and then I did a final flip through of how everything came out, and I did memories and my mom and my grandmother's recipes, and just incorporated all kinds of stuff in there from when I used to always cook with them. So that kind of inspired me to do this book, and I wanted to share it with you. So here is the front of it. It has a lot of dimensional items on it, and everything is hand distressed. It is a 2 jump ring spine, and over here with the tabs, I have these dividers are from a vintage cookbook, and I cut them down so I could create this book with them, and then kind of coordinate all the colors. And so let's get started. So here is the beginning of it. Greet the day with a song, and we have some salt and pepper shakers here. This flips open. I have vintage recipes throughout the whole book. They are not mine, but I did have them, and I thought it would be really cute to incorporate that into the cookbook, obviously with the theme. So this is one of them, and this was part of one, and I just used the bottom portion, stamped on it, and I've done a lot of hand stamping because I do a lot of hand stamping in my journals. So for an example, here is something I stamped, and then we have a recipe here, my little tickets. I hand stamped a oven mitt on that and just made like a little bit of a cluster and put that underneath, and that folds over, and we go on to the next page. I thought to have some of these little journaling cards. I made a pocket here because in my book, and everyone is different, you can do whatever it is you choose to do. I did a lot of memories. There's just certain things I remember when I would cook with my family, or maybe, something that just when you were little you remember, and whatever you might want to do. But I thought that would be cute. Perhaps you want to do a memory. If not, you can use it for a small recipe card. There's plenty of room to journal and adhere recipes or write recipes down. Everything is hand distressed to give it that vintage look. And here's another vintage recipe that I have here. So I put that at the bottom, and then we have a tag here. I also did some rub-ons, and I distressed them. So you'll see that throughout the journal. This is a belly band. I have some guest checks stamped there. Great place to journal, put a recipe. Also, here's more of the rub-ons. There's another recipe, vintage recipe card I created. And we have a pocket here with some really cute tags. And then on the pocket, I created a belly band. So these come out. This is cooking lettuce, salad, baked beans. I incorporated like an accounting sheet. Maybe you're going to be doing a big dinner, or you want to do something that you might need to know what your budget is or what you spent. And it's just something cute, something different. I stamped in those 2 places, and they slide in here nicely and are all tucked away. This flips open. I have a little card here that has salt and pepper on it, a little tag. Put that in there. This is adhered to the paper, so you can write whatever you choose here. I stamped soups and salads, main dishes, and a nice place maybe for a picture, or obviously recipes. This opens up a vintage recipe here, and over here I stamped, we've got some vintage recipes, sugar, created a tag, stamped recipes on it. Here's a little piece of one of those accounting sheets, 15 cents. Did a little vintage recipe tab right there, and they clip under here. Vintage recipe on the divider. This flips open. It says, "Hey there, Cookie." And there's a vintage recipe there. This opens up, and inside is another one of those journaling cards. And I stamped there some recipes. All the recipes are vintage, so Rise and Shine, nice little pocket. That's got the 2 recipe cards inside, so you can write on those. A journaling area there, recipe paper, and all of the in the journal, all of the papers are adhered with reinforcements, and I've distressed those also. Did some stamping here, some muffin tins there, like baking tins and utensils, a measuring cup, and then this flips open. Hey There Cookie again, with little cookies I stamped on the back. And then this is a tag. This is like a dimensional, it's like knitted, crocheted cherries to go with that retro theme. And here I stamped smaller recipe cards and adhered them, so you could write something there. Favorite recipes, plenty of room. Did some more rub-ons that I distressed. Vintage recipe there, some tags. And they fit in there with a pocket with a cherries on it and recipe there. This is a belly band. This opens up and slides open. And then in here I have a little clip on this. And we have some vintage egg beaters stamped here. And then I have some little tickets here, a rooster, an oven mitt, a place setting. And then I just keep them in here. And I take my clip that on so they stay. And then over on this belly band is another guest check that I stamped. And over here is just a blank accounting sheet. So perhaps you want to do something again with a budget, or you could even just use it to write on, make notes, memories. And I distress that. This slips under, folds over like this, and that stays in there nicely. This is a corner flip. This flips open here, and we have some little cards here stamped on that one. Yummy. And then this underneath, we have 2 recipe cards. So that goes under there, and then this goes on top. This goes into the side. And then I just clip that there, and that all adheres together. Flip this open, or over, excuse me, and this flips down. And over here I have a recipe, a vintage recipe. Just put that underneath. And then if you take this clip off, this will flip up and over. So maybe you want to put a secret recipe, or if you don't want anyone to know what your secret ingredients are, be a nice little hiding spot under there. Another vintage egg beater, another oven mitt. Over here we have a little tag, 26 cents, 10 cents, sugar and spice, a place to journal, made with love, vintage recipes. Here's another one of my tickets with a place setting. Recipes there. On this page, hey, good looking, what you got cooking. A little pocket. Some recipe cards. And then some more of my tickets right there with a clip. And then we have like a little cluster here. Some extra paper I had. Would be really cute to journal on. And some vintage recipe paper here, another ticket, Rise and Shine. Thought that was really cute with the rooster, and that all goes underneath. This flips open and over, and we have 2 recipe cards. This one is adhered. This one comes out with another oven mitt. Here is a tag I created, and then on the back, 4.5 cents. And that goes in there nicely. Close that, flip that over. Journaling card, another recipe, vintage recipe. This is adhered to the divider, and then I just stamped recipes on it. And on this side, I created, maybe you want to put a picture or something of your family or somebody that's maybe cooking breakfast. This is Early Bird, and you can journal on the back with a little tab. A vintage recipe there, stamped recipe, my favorite recipe. Homecoming means coming home to what is in your heart. And that is just a tag, stamped an old stove on it, and guest check with a little piece of the vintage recipe there. Early Bird on the back. And that goes under that clip. Breads, desserts, I stamped. Great open spot to do whatever you need to do. Journaling area. 2 adhered stamped recipe cards I put here, stamped here. Another little price tag, and then on the back here we have a vintage recipe, and then we have a card, Early Bird Sunrise. Some vintage recipes there, an old mixer, and a pocket I've created, and that goes in there, and that is the back of the journal. So again, here is the front, and yeah, I had a great time working with it. It's vintage, you know me. I love anything vintage, and I love the colors. So it was really fun to make, and I wanted to share it with you. So thanks for watching. I hope everyone is well, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.